So my first side hustle is something that I did when I was in college, when I was a broke college student, and it helped me out a lot. It helped me bring in like $500, like $800 a month just by doing this side hustle. And I'm telling you guys, it was probably one of the best things ever.
I do it number one, delivery and courier services. Now, in case you guys haven't noticed, thanks to COVID, a lot has happened. A whole lot has happened this year. But for me, one of the biggest things that has actually gone down is the fact that a lot of companies have realized, especially here in Africa, that if they are not online, forget it. There's nothing happening. That global footprint is necessary by being online so people can actually continue to do business with you, continue to patronize your services, etc., etc. Now, the whole boom of e-commerce suddenly in Africa, Ghana, and elsewhere around the world has taught us that there's another side hustle emerging, because all these people who are coming up with products that you can buy online suddenly need people to deliver them, need companies who are reliable and can deliver their products or their services, their products mostly, in a quick, reliable fashion. So just make sure you can employ really good, faithful people who will, hold your company values and goals to the T, such that you will not lose customers as you go along. And so if you're going to courier or delivery services, well, that for me is one of the biggest ideas for a business that will do well and make you money. Good luck to that.
You can start an agency even if you don't have much experience or the technical skills to do the work that the agency might provide to the clients yourself. An agency is a certain type of business model where you have multiple people working for you that are providing services to clients. There are lots of different types of agencies out there that you could potentially start. These include digital marketing agencies, advertising agencies, creative agencies, social media management agencies, virtual assistant agencies, and online business management agencies, just to name a few. Now, as I mentioned, you don't necessarily need to have the technical skills yourself. You don't need to be skilled or familiar with all of the intricacies of running an online marketing campaign, or of managing an online business, or of doing all of the different tasks that a virtual assistant might do. However, in order to be successful with this business model, you'll definitely need to have a general understanding of how this field works and how the work needs to get done, so that you can make sure that you hire service providers to work for you who are actually good at what they do. Now, this type of business does require time and effort to build, because you have to take the time to find the right people to work for you who are actually very skilled at what they do, and then you have to take time to market your business to attract the customers who will be paying your business to provide services for them. However, it's again not going to require very much initial investment of money, because you are providing a service, and typically you'll only be paying the service providers when you have client work for them to do. Though it doesn't require a big upfront investment, an agency-style business often has a significant monthly overhead, which just means that your fixed expenses every month can be fairly substantial. Those are just a few things to keep in mind if you're interested in starting an agency business. But an agency business can be extremely profitable, and especially can allow you to create a large amount of profit for yourself, to earn a lot of money without necessarily having to put in a lot of hours of work every single week, since you have employees or contractors who are working for you to provide the services to the clients, so you aren't doing that service work yourself.
Graphic design. As far as graphic design goes, you can be a graphic designer and make like everything. And if you don't know how to do graphic design, you can learn that also on YouTube. But you can just make websites, you can just make business cards, you can just make logos, you can just make YouTube intros, you can just make banners for YouTube or Facebook and stuff like that. Like, people are constantly looking for those things. I'm a graphic designer, so I know that that's a good way to make money, and it's a business that you don't necessarily have to put money into. Like, you don't have to really buy anything if you already have a computer, and you can use Canva, or if you want to go ahead and make that investment, use Photoshop, you will make that money back.
So you may put online clothing boutique. So the pros, I can uniquely source clothes, thrift shops, vintage shops, wholesale shops, low investment costs. Buy a shirt for $2, sell it for $10. What's the cons? A lot of competition, same styles, same materials, bad quality materials. So you look at the cons, then you weigh the two and you say, okay, is this worth taking a chance? If the good outweigh the bad, then it's worth taking a shot. And whatever you do, you want to be able to do it. Your first batch, you want to be able to get in for under $500. You don't want to do nothing you got to spend $10,000. That's too big. You start, the Bible says, despise not small beginnings. You start small and then you build big. So if you could get on Alibaba, Alibaba, if you could get on Alibaba and you type in custom t-shirts, and then you go to Fiverr, and Fiverr, Fiverr.com, you go to Fiverr and you search t-shirt design. Or you could just download an app to where you could type in the words. I use the app WordSwag, WORDSWAG, WordSwag. You could go in there, you upgrade to the pro version for $5 or whatever it is. You could select the transparent background. You could select the font. You could select the color. And then you type I love me or whatever catchy slogan you could come up with. Okay. And then you export that to your camera roll. You go on the Alibaba app. You search custom t-shirts. I'm telling you exactly how I made y'all t-shirt that I'm getting ready to put up on Shopify. And then you go on there and you select custom t-shirts. You choose the company that got 5 stars. They got a high response rate. I mean, they respond to all their inquiries. They done made money on there. They done been on there for 5-6 years. And you write them and say, hey, I'd like to order 100 shirts. And now you send them that file, that design that you made. They're going to take that. They're going to put it on the shirt. Then they'll say, hey, this $6 a shirt. So now you order 100 shirts. It costs you $600 with shipping included. It would be $4 a shirt plus shipping. $6 total. $600. You got 100 shirts. So now you take them 100 shirts and you sell them shirts. You sell them out the trunk. You sell them at work. You sell them for $10. Don't try to knock nobody across the head because you ain't got your brand. You ain't got your following yet. You sell them for $10. You making $4 a shirt. So now them 100 shirts, when you sell them all at work and you put them on Etsy, ETSY, Etsy.com, you sell them on your Instagram, you sell them in the elevator, you have you a tote bag, the little cute tote bag, and you have you one of each size in there every day. And you on the elevator at work, you at the line, whatever. Hey, you know what? You're so beautiful. I have these t-shirts right here, and I think this looks so good on you, and I'm selling them for $10. You know, I'm a single mom, and it's just one of my side businesses. Oh yeah, okay, I would love one. Do you have a large? Yep, I got a large right here. Here you go. Boom, boom, $10. Boom. You sell 100 shirts. Now you done made $1,000. 400 of it is profit. You take and order your next 100. So now you making $400 every 100 shirts you sell. Now once you done built a brand, them shirts they flying off the shelf. You got good quality shirts, then you bump it on up to $15 a shirt. Then you bump it on up to $20 a shirt. You'll max out $25 a shirt, little t-shirt. But when you dealing with, you know, them folks over there across that water, they're gonna say, hey, we do sweatpants, we do jog, you know, we do leggings, we do this, we do hats. And so now you got you a whole line. You see what I'm saying? You could be a virtual assistant. See, I don't hire virtual assistants because I get sensitive information. Like this right here, people's story. And if I got too many assistants, they go search you online. And then they could, you know, blackmail you, they can do whatever. So I have so much sensitive stuff. I keep this stuff here, just my eyes and my wife's eyes. And so I can't go get all these assistants. But it's other people who are entrepreneurs who they ready for a virtual assistant. So every celebrity you see online, make you a little business name, make you a page that you just posting business facts. You know, you could be getting it from other people's pages and you put via, you know, such and such page. You could just be reposting good business stuff. 3 tips to start your LLC, 3 tips for marketing. All this here colorful page with all these tips on them. And then you DMing people, hey, hi, I'm a virtual assistant. I have a virtual assistant company. You know, we charge $10 an hour, and you can choose. We require a minimum of 5 hours a week. You know how many entrepreneurs will pay you $50 an hour? I mean, $10 an hour, 5 hours a week. That's $50 a week. And they may just have you searching stuff online, researching stuff. They may have you answering emails. They may have you answering phone calls. They may have you making phone calls. And you can create this virtual assistant business. And there's so many entrepreneurs. All these boys out here that's doing this stock trading and all of this right here, and they want to feel like a boss, and they taking pictures with their Lamborghini. Go ask to be their virtual assistant. $10 an hour, $15 an hour, $20 an hour. Whatever it look like they can afford. Now, a lot of people look like they can afford something and be broke at 3 strokes.
Anything related to social media, but in particular, Facebook ads, this is a massive opportunity for making money with your own digital advertising agency. So this is a pretty simple business to understand. You have all of these different businesses out there that are looking to acquire new customers or get people through their door. And literally the only way to get customers these days is to understand how to use social media. Well, the only issue is these different business owners are spending 40 to 60 hours per week actually running their businesses. So they don't have the extra hours in the evening to learn how to use Facebook ads, learn how to run ads, take photos of their business and set up advertisements and, you know, monitor all of this stuff. So instead, what these businesses do is hire an advertising agency to create Facebook ads on their behalf. So that is where you would come into this equation as somebody who understands how to use and how to run Facebook ads. So we'll talk about that a little bit more at the end of this, but real quick, I just want to share with you guys, there are typically 2 different models in terms of how to get paid with a Facebook advertising agency. Okay, so in terms of a Facebook advertising agency, these are typically the 2 models you see in terms of making money with this business. Model number 1 is basically collecting 25% of all of the money that company gives you as your cut for basically creating the ads, managing and optimizing the Facebook ads. So for example, let's say you're working with a business, a medium-sized business, maybe it's a restaurant, and they have a $5,000 per month budget with you. Well, $3,750 would go towards the advertisements and $1,250, 25% of that would go to you for creating, managing, optimizing these ads. So that's the first model that you typically see with this business. Model number 2 is also very popular as well. Basically, the business pays you a $1,000 per month retainer, and then they also give you the ad spend as a separate pool of money. So let's say, for example, you're working again with a restaurant and they want to spend, you know, $5,000 per month in ads. Well, they're going to give you their card for the ad spend as well as $1,000 per month for a retainer just for setting up, running, and optimizing these ads. So I'm sure you guys can begin to understand how this can become a really good business in a very short period of time. And it's not really like business owners have a choice right now in terms of whether or not they want to run ads on social media. I know, for example, my dad works for a very small bank in my local area, and like they're just now realizing, oh my God, we got to run Facebook ads. So you may think that business owners are ahead of the curve and maybe Facebook ads are oversaturated, but and there are so many businesses out there that need to get on social media and begin running ads, but they just don't know how to do it and they don't have the time to learn this skill either. So in terms of you learning this skill, you know, you can learn this completely free with YouTube videos. You can learn from different articles and forums. And then there also are a number of different courses out there that teach you how to run Facebook ads and literally set up this business step by step.
So the next idea pack and move service, where people not just take your boxes and move you, but where people help you with packing. Like, they take your makeup and they pack everything. They take care of everything. So they just come to your apartment, you say, okay, see you in the evening in the new apartment. And they move everything completely so you don't have to do any packing. And again, I've seen some services like that. They are not available everywhere, not in every single state. In San Francisco, I've seen maybe a couple. And there is a lot of demand right now. People are moving out of San Francisco. People are moving to towns. A lot of my friends moved to LA. And this is something they would really use. Because packing for me, when we moved out of our San Francisco apartment, it took us a month. Because we had so much stuff and I didn't want to do everything in 2 days. We just started doing everything slowly and gradually, and we lived surrounded by boxes.
So my first side hustle is something that I did when I was in college, when I was a broke college student, and it helped me out a lot. It helped me bring in like $500, like $800 a month just by doing this side hustle. And I'm telling you guys, it was probably one of the best things ever. So what I was a brand ambassador for experiential marketing events. So I signed up for this company called 24/7 Talent, and I'm not sure if it's in every state, but in Philadelphia, there's a company called 24/7 Talent. And I know they also have stuff in like New Jersey and New York as well. And with that, you are essentially a brand ambassador for a company. And let me tell you that this paid so well. And I could have made a lot more money if I wanted to, but I didn't want to dedicate all of my days to doing brand ambassador gigs. With this position, you don't have to like have any experience. All you have to do is just apply, send them like a photo of yourself because they want to see what you look like, and then you will literally be hired for the gig. For example, as a brand ambassador, I worked for Microsoft, and anytime they would have like experiential events or anything cool going on, I would be like the brand ambassador that would teach people about Microsoft products. So it was really simple people to sign up for things. It was really easy for me because I like to talk to people. So if you're an outgoing person, I definitely recommend this gig. Even if you're not an outgoing person, like I said, go on 24/7 Talent and see what you can sign up for.